Hello, survivors, and welcome to another Silly Saturday. In today's video, we're playing on the Legionnaire. He doesn't have a lot of prestige on him, so I thought we'd just play a couple of rounds on him. And I thought, we'd take his second weapon. It does have the best stats in general for what I want to do. So we're going to be playing with Jupiter's Reach, and then we are going to be playing with the Gambler Omnipotent Ruin set because, all random. It's just really, really fun. And since we had a Silly Saturday, why not do that? So it's Gambler, Omnipotent, Unconventional Start, and then we run Multicast Mastery, Versatile Strength, Divine Legacy, and Critical Mastery. We're running Divine Legacy just in case we land up getting a couple of summons, and we want that extra summoned units legendary offer when we get the 25, the 25 levels, so that we get the free legendaries from the rune. Alright, so we started off with Rain of Arrows. It's not really amazing, but it's not the worst skill in the game, so we're in a good place over there. I know a lot of you actually want like a skill list of the game, like a tier list for the skills. It's really difficult to do a tier list for skills. The reason being is that every skill could technically be relatively good, especially if you have 6 of the skill. There's no one skill where I could say, I mean, there probably is a skill. If I had to look at every single skill in the game, I'd be like, okay, no, that skill is complete trash. But you also got to understand that some skills are really utility skills. Like Rain of Arrow over here, you'd probably use it more to apply negative effects onto enemies more than, use it for damage or anything else like that. Like the whole reason to Rain of Arrows would be to damage the enemies, apply negative effects to them, and then also use the stun that it has. But there we go. We got ourselves a Chaos Golem off the bat with a legendary increased quantity. These are the legendaries that I was talking about. This is exactly why we picked up Divine Legacy. It looks like we're going to have a really, really good time from the start with this one. We already have 5 Chaos Golems straight off the bat before we even got to anything higher than, a ridiculous amount of levels. So really, really cool. It looks like we're going to get quite a few upgrades for the Chaos Golem as well, but because we're running Versatile Strength, we are going to grab everything and anything that we can get our hands on. Upgrade wise, I can't see when they changed the way that the skills UI looked. I'm not sure if they changed the way that Versatile Strength worked. It just says that each different type of power-up you have. So it's not only for the unique power-ups that you have over here. It does include the power-ups that you get that affect your, your skills as well. So like damage area, the unit damage quantity, the damage, things like that over there as well, count towards it as well. So do keep that in mind when you are using it. But we've landed up with a Rain of Arrows, Spread Shot, Chaos Golem, Flame Wave, Penance, and Celestial Retribution. We have quite a decent, a lot of stun coming out from the build. I mean, we've got Celestial Retribution, Flame Wave, Rain of Arrows, all with the stun. And then we've got some Disoriented, Burn, Disarray, and whatever else I want in terms of negative effects, as long as I pick them up. So we'll see how this goes. I think we could do pretty well. It's going to be interesting to see what does the most damage, besides for the Chaos Golems, of course, because we're going to have so many of them. It's going to be ridiculous. We're also going to run with the Ascension because melting is just really, really nice to have, and especially because this is on a high curse setup. We want that melting to help us to kill the bosses. And as far as I remember, the Legionnaire's Ascension does focus on the bosses, so you don't have to worry about it going and hitting, all the enemies that we've got alive there. It will focus on killing the bosses first, which is really, really nice. Alright, so more crit over here. Well, there's the legendary increase. We can grab the legendary upgrade as well. I'm not going to go for the multicast on Penance. It's not really that necessary. So we're going to grab that. I do want that Relentless as well, so we're going to pick that up there as well. The Relentless is going to be really good for all the other skills, and having even more Chaos Golems is going to be ridiculously fun. I think we need to do a build in the future, maybe for next week's Silly Saturday, where we only play Chaos Golems with Divine Legacy, see how many we can get on the field or on the playing field before we land up dying. It is nice to use Chaos Golems because of their taunt, so you could probably get really far in terms of you know, how far you're going to get in terms of like endless or overlord cycles, because the bosses will focus on your Chaos Golems before they focus you, so you do have that extra survivability that you wouldn't have. A little bit of a more defensive layer than just straight up defenses. I mean, having something body or meat shield that body blocks for you is completely better than anything else I think that you could get in the game in terms of defenses, unless you were like 100% block chance. Then there's nothing better than that, you know. Who wouldn't want 100% block chance or 100% you know, damage reduction? Alright, we're going to go activate another catapult over here, which is again going to help us kill things. Fantastic. We do have a lot of skill points to use, so we are going to just go and use them, trying to focus on things we haven't picked up yet, because we don't really have too much to really worry about once we've got the skills. Again, every 25 levels we're going to get that huge upgrade that we're looking for. We do get the Doom to Dazed as well, which is really nice. Very interesting that we got that already, because we don't actually have a skill applying Doom, and we only just recently picked up the Doom upgrade. So very weird that we already got the Doom to Dazed. That was very lucky. Grab the upgrade there. There is a nice multicast as well to physical, and we should be coming to our second Divine Legacy. You only in a single cycle probably going to get the Ruin used twice, so that's why it's normally used for endless or overlord cycles, because we're only going to get the legendaries twice now from it in a normal run, because you're only, I think you unless you're trying to hit a higher level, most of the time you only get to about level 59 before you land up killing absolutely everything. So you're not really going to get much use out of Divine Legacy unless you're running overlord cycles and endless. Just repeating myself like 1,000 times there, but it's okay, you guys understand, don't you? Alright, so we're just trying to pick up all of the Ascension materials. Fantastic, nice and easy to see them as well. Grab the lethality. We are level 51, so we should get it. There we go. Looks like multicast chance is the name of the game. We're gonna just grab both of these. Not interested in shoot as a skill. Just, yeah, it's not that fantastic. Or to use the skills that complement the build. You know, you can't really run a skill that's not going to help you deal damage, and shoot in the circumstances isn't really helping me with anything over here. We've really got to just work on this in terms of your strengths and weaknesses, especially for the Omnipotent type of runs. Alright, that's one more catapult up. We've only got one more left. Again, don't really have to look at it. It would be very nice to get maybe on your first cycle, have more of them, and as the cycles keep going with the Legionnaire, you're able to use less materials to create the especially if you're going into overlord cycles. If you do overlord cycle, maybe there's a way to code it that say, you know, if red portal, if overlord cycle present, make Ascension less needed to build it. The same can go for like your Necromancer or even the Beastmaster. You know, you need less footprints found to summon your beast, or less parts or body parts to summon things, and less components used to create the catapult in higher overlords, because you have to rebuild them, which is fine. There's no problem with rebuilding them, but in higher overlords you're not going to get those components fast enough, especially with the how the spawn of the enemies work. Endless is fine. Endless is the same as playing on a normal run. As you can see, we landed up getting all of it. We landed up only getting it right at the end, probably because I wasn't focusing too much on it. I probably could have focused better and we got them up a lot faster. Or if we did less damage, maybe then it would make a difference. But in this case, because of how fast this is going, we didn't really have much of a choice. I mean, we're already level 64, so that's pretty insane in terms of how quickly and how much damage and XP we're actually getting compared to my usual runs. I actually think that might be a worse thing. I think you're doing badly if you're able to reach a high level in terms of speed wise, but in terms of like your overlord cycles and things like that, it's probably better to have higher levels, especially if you have Divine Legacy. But there we go, a nice 7-minute run on the Legionnaire, a really easy to do. Not too many Chaos Golems, 7 from I think a max of 3, and our catapults dealing the most amount of damage, with the Chaos Golems coming second. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and always remember, keep safe survivors. Until next time, cheers.